Secondly, what therapy is great for doing is helping you figure out what the problem is. A lot of times my clients come to me and they say, I just don't know what my problem is. I feel like I'm anxious all the time about everything. Or why am I having such a hard time keeping my temper? Or I keep flipping out on my spouse and I just don't know what my problem is. Others come to me, I'm having trouble making friends or sustaining long-term relationships. I don't know why people come in and out of my life and they don't stay. Part of my job is to help you really break down where the problem areas are in your life, to figure out what the root of the problem is. What's happening that is holding you back? What is that self-fulfilling prophecy that is ultimately sabotaging your well-being and the goals you have for yourself? What are those things, and what are ways that we might be able to prevent those? I always like to think about our brains being kind of like an iceberg, and all you see is the tip of the iceberg, the behaviors, the actions, the things that we're doing, and the things that we're thinking about. We're only seeing the tip of the iceberg, but there's actually so much underneath the water and in the depths that are motivating and influencing the decisions we're making on a day-to-day basis. So part of my job working with you as a therapist is unveiling some of those deeper rooted motivations and thinking that's influencing your actions. Once we begin to figure out what the actual problem is, then we're able to really break it down into solutions and what we can do to fix these problems. Third of all, like I said before, many of our thoughts are unconscious. They're things that are beneath the surface of the water. They're things we're not actively thinking about because it would be way too exhausting to be trying to get through our day and have all of that going on in our brain at the same time. So there are a lot of things that kind of run on their own, kind of like blinking or breathing. We don't think about every time we need to blink. And when it comes to making decisions, walking, talking, we do things instinctively and automatically, and our brain is in this autopilot because it just can't handle the things we have to think about in the moment in addition to all of that. So once we get certain things down, such as walking, for example, as a kid, you had to really think about every step you took, and now you just do it. Well, the same happens with some of our responses and our reactions to our life circumstances. The way we react and respond to people, the way we react and respond to challenges and conflicts. And all of that stuff begins to get in autopilot mode. The problem with that is it isn't always the best decision for the outcome that we're really needing. Our brain becomes wired throughout our childhood based on our childhood experiences. So, for example, if every time you saw the neighbor's dog charged you and nipped at you, from that point on, your brain has developed hardwiring that tells you, alert, alert, every time a dog approaches you. This dog may nip and charge and bite at you. And so that automatic response and that automatic neurology is helpful when you're a child, when you're constantly exposed to this dog who really might bite you, but it becomes an issue later on when you're around other dogs that are seemingly gentle and kind and wonderful, or when you have to go over to a friend's house to hang out but they have a pet and now you're having all of this anxiety. And so part of what happens is we begin to create this lens, and this is what in the therapy world we call the worldview. We begin to see, for example, a dog through those sunglasses, through that lens of danger, alert, problem, I might get bit, through that lens. And so it's so hard for your body to even relax, and it's so hard for your brain to even acknowledge that maybe this dog is pretty cute and really sweet and might want to cuddle and might want to sit in your lap and might be gentle and would never be a threat to you. But your brain now is hardwired to think danger, and what happens is your body and your brain actually have a physiological reaction to that. So this worldview begins to become this self-fulfilling prophecy. It begins to sabotage your thinking, so that what happens is a lot of times you might lose opportunities that you would otherwise have that would be wonderful opportunities, for example, to own a pet, because your brain is already hardwired to say no, dogs are bad. So part of therapy and what we're doing in therapy is looking at what your different worldviews are, breaking them down, and seeing how some may very well be serving you well in your life and what worldviews are not serving you so well anymore. What is getting in the way of you actually meeting some of your goals and accomplishing some of your goals. Well, thank you so much for your time. And if you have any further questions or comments, I'm really excited to hear what you all think about this video. So you can shoot me an email at lifttherapycoach@gmail.com. You can also check out my website at liftchildandfamily.com and follow me on Twitter at lifttherapy. Follow me on Facebook, and I hope to see you next time.